Hi everyone, Sean Dawson here from Julie Harris Realty with your September 2022 update. Now I must apologise once again for having this out late. It has been what I would say probably the two busiest weeks I've had all year, due mainly to just a handful of new listings coming on the market and just some of the things involved with getting those properties on the market or under contract. We are in spring selling season now, so we have got a lot of people who are getting to the point where they are getting their properties on the market, and so my time is pretty full at the moment. But of course I don't want to leave anybody out there without the opportunity to at least know what's happening with our monthly indices at the moment. So obviously I've been covering these monthly indices now for a couple of years at this point, and we've seen some pretty dramatic increases over the last 6 to 12 months. But as previewed last month, we did start to see some declines in the freehold housing market in particular. But with this new month now, we have seen declines in both segments, so freehold houses and strata properties. So I'll just kick straight off. As you will see up here on the screen now, your all dwellings category. So we did see some declines last month for your all dwellings. This month we've seen some further declines in Greater Brisbane. That all dwellings category down 1.8%, which is pretty close to doubling what the decline was last month from month to month. And when I say month to month, of course I'm talking about the difference between July 2022 and August 2022. And then the year-on-year change, it's still up 17.5% for that category. And that's obviously attributable to the fact that we've seen some strong growth over the last 12 months or so. Not all doom and gloom though, compared to a market like Sydney that we are aware has been seeing declines for a while now. That same category month to month is down 2.3%, but now year on year they're also down 2.5%, which means that essentially the median value for all dwellings in the Greater Sydney area at this point is 2.5% less than what it was this time last year, which is quite a dramatic decrease, obviously. But back to Brisbane, because that's where we are. The houses category, so freehold homes, the difference month to month, that category down 2.1%. Obviously, freehold homes carrying the brunt of increases in most markets and also then declines for the same reason. But year on year, those values for freehold homes still up 18.1%. And then the strata units category, so units, townhouses, essentially anything under a body corporate. For the first time in quite a while now, that market has come back from month to month by 0.2%, so virtually no decrease at all, while still being up year on year 13.9%. Now it's important to be aware of the fact that is Greater Brisbane, of course. A lot of the markets that we operate in aren't necessarily seeing any kind of decreases like that, but then some of them may as well also be seeing some of those decreases. It depends on suburb to suburb, and in a lot of instances it depends on the neighbourhood, even the street or the estate that the property is based in. So if you're curious to know whether your property in whatever suburb it may be in is going to be subject to some of those price decreases, please contact me. I can let you know. I can at least give you my professional opinion on what I think might happen in the coming 3 to 6 months, if not the coming 12 months. I quickly would like to talk about a couple of properties that I've recently listed with this busy period over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So 14 Macquarie Street in Wakerley. Now, a fantastic Mirvac build house and a Mirvac master planned estate, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2 car house on a 600 square metre block, meticulously presented to the market. Very gorgeous, beautiful home in the pretty desirable Mossvale estate in Wakerley, border of Manly West. If you know anything about Wakerley, you'll know that it's a very green, beautiful suburb. One of the best state school primary catchments in Brisbane in Gumdale State School, and virtually walking distance to some very popular private bayside schools as well. Relatively close to town for the professionals, but then also very, very close to the bayside for lifestyle and stuff like that as well. The house has proven very popular in launch, and we do expect it to sell quite quickly. Another couple of properties very quickly, 70/50 Johnston Street in Carina. Now, as a lot of people out there may be aware, myself and Julie have sold quite a lot of these townhouses in this estate, in this very popular part of the suburb, very close to Carindale Shopping Centre, but also very close to the Menippi Parklands and close to some good roads that take you north or south. always proved very popular in general, this estate, for those reasons, but in the last 12 months we've seen the values in that estate, explode quite significantly. This property is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, single car townhouse in a little cul-de-sac in near the rear of the estate, so very private, very quiet, very well presented, mostly original I will say, but in very good condition. Beautiful rear garden, and inquiry and interest in the property has been very strong since launch. I do expect that one to go pretty quickly as well. And then the last couple of ones, just quickly, we all know that I sell in a particular little estate out in Kingston called Kingston Rise. 29 to 33 Juers Street is the address. I've listed a couple of properties in that complex in the last couple of weeks. The first one is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, single car apartment in the top floor north facing of the south side building. That is unit 69. Really well presented, gorgeous little unit that would really suit market entry for someone who can't necessarily afford closer to town, or the investor looking for a really strong rental yield with a lovely tenant who would prefer to stay for as long as she possibly could, and who was paying market appropriate rental amounts on a weekly basis. The next one is 26 in that complex. Now it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car townhouse in the rear of the estate with a little courtyard. Again, great market entry point for someone who wants that 3-bedroom townhouse, or good rental yield for the investor, with solid tenants who of course would love to stay if they could as well. Both of those properties will be open this week, and if you'd like to learn more about them, please give me a call. I might leave it at that. My dog is just walking down the stairs. I don't want him to make too much noise. But if you have any questions about what's happening in the market or not, or if you want to learn more about what your property may be worth in any suburb, please contact me on 0407 149 757. Thanks. There he is.